can hear it now. I can hear it now. I hear the sounds of your heartbeat. I can hear it now. I can hear it now.
Hi friends, welcome to another Clean With Us. Today we're back at it again helping the Miller family. If you like cleaning, decluttering, and helping other people, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're taking on a huge project today, so we hope you're ready for some mess. Last week we worked on a laundry room for the Miller family, so this is kind of a preview of what we were dealing with. What we're realizing is with large families, what we might consider a simple project very quickly turns to be sometimes overwhelming. This is a family of 2 adults and 7 kids. So if you were expecting anything different than that, I don't know what kind of dream world you live in, but the stuff gets messy. And this is what we were able to accomplish. The dad took out the shelves and you can see it's a lot more clear. And so we're hoping it'll kind of stay that way. Just kidding. We know it's not going to be like that. This is actually what the laundry room looked like when I came back to do a different room, but that's okay. One day we're going to be able to come in and help with the entire main floor and maybe some of the bedrooms as well. But this is just the reality of having a big family. We had a lot of views on this video, which was amazing. And we also finally reached our 2,000 subscriber mark. We are so lucky, so blessed. By the end of this video, comment on whether you think the laundry room or the kitchen that you're about to see was more challenging. We had people comment at the end of our last video about the kitchen, so you guys are going to see that now. These were some sorting piles we had, but this is the kitchen that this family's living in. And believe it or not, these people do the dishes. They're not just, collecting and sitting in mess. There's no rodents or anything like that. It just is that many dishes. Every time you have lunch, you have at minimum 7 plates, 7 cups, 7 bowls, etc. Oh, and plus the adults. That doesn't even include them. Because we have a lot of work ahead of us, why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves? I'm Lana. I'm Laura. And we're 2 identical twins who love to clean and tidy. And at one point, we were part of a big family too. 7 kids in one house, 2 adults, same as these guys. But we also grew up with 11 ferrets, and that is 1,000 times worse than this. Okay, where do we start? Well, I guess the obvious thing is, Lana, where are you? So sadly, I will not make an appearance in this video because I am at school. The school year, we're in almost to spring break and things are getting overwhelming. I have a lot to do there. I'm also raising my own kids, and so I did not get a chance to make it to this clean. And we're looking to bring you that consistent content. That's why I'm here and decided to film on my own. But this summer, when I have a baby, things might change a little bit. So you might not see as much of me, Laura. So we're kind of trying to balance that out. But we want to bring you guys houses like this. And really, pretty much nothing is going to stop us, not pregnancy, not school, from helping as many people as we can. Remember, the best way that we can help people is that if you share our videos and they like our videos and you guys subscribe to our channel, it helps us get space and opportunity to cut out time to help others. I actually worked at this house for 6, 7, 8 hours between 2 days. So we only are going to get to see this day. I did do the bathrooms as well. You can check out my TikTok where you see one of the bathrooms that I cleaned. But the truth is, with this many kids, most of them being homeschooled, part of it is that we are having to cut out a lot of the video. So the kids want to come and say hi, mom needs to come in and make lunch. And so I tried not to stop cleaning. So you'll see kind of gaps where all of a sudden, wow, magic, that got cleaned. Well, no, we had to cut the videos so not to have the kids in the video. I had a little bit of a strategy for this, so I decided to clean off the little island that they have, scrub that down because I needed a space to put some of the dirty dishes, and I actually brought with me, and you'll see that later, some dish totes like you'd see at a restaurant. I cleaned popcorn machines on the side using my movie theater popcorn machine experience, pretty cool, and so I have these totes that I use for those dishes, and I decided to use them here, and it actually worked so well that the dad said he's going to pick up a set, which yes, it is just a place to keep dirty dishes, but instead of them sprawling out on the counters, and you can see they're so tall, it's a nice contained spot for them. So thinking about the grand scheme here, the big plan is to lessen the amount of stuff. This family has 7 kids. There's going to be a lot of stuff, but we don't need every single countertop, every single corner, and every single square footage of space being filled with something, especially when it doesn't fit into the zone. The kitchen needs to remain the kitchen zone. So the things that are in here should be related to the kitchen. The kids' bedrooms are going to hold their stuff. They do have a small play area where they do keep some of the toys. But if we keep mixing and mashing the different rooms, the boundaries become less clear and there isn't designated places to put stuff away. In our last video, we asked you guys, what can we do to help this family? And we got lots of comments, some of them from different parts of the world. Thank you, Italy. It seems that we all have great thinking in our brains because the main comment we got was to lessen the amount of things in the home. Yeah, there really isn't a room in this house that doesn't have an overflow of items. Now, again, there's 9 people in there. That stuff is going to multiply, and you'd be kind of naive to think otherwise. But we can contain the chaos, and we can decide what we really, really need. So with the clothing, that was actually pretty easy because they had some children that were in between ages. So their youngest daughter didn't need any of the clothes that didn't fit her anymore. There were no more girls. They didn't need any of the smaller clothing. And so they were able to get rid of a big chunk of clothes. Again, you guys didn't see that on the last video, but that pile was, pretty substantial. The end of a table. It was a lot. They did a good job there. But now it gets a little bit harder with kitchenware. These guys love to bake together. They do family recipes. They make bath bombs. They make candy. They do a lot of activities. And so it can get a little complicated because it's like, oh, I could use that. We could use that in a project. We could do that for family dinner or baking night. And it's like, okay, well, are we going to? And did we even know this was here because it was hidden under so much stuff? Some things to think about. I can relate to the crumbs on the floor here. At my house, we hate sweeping and mopping. It's just not one of our favorite chores. So it doesn't necessarily get like this looking, but it does. There's definitely a good mess that we have to clean up at our house as well. So I'm glad that Laura took the time in the middle of the cleaning to kind of take care of the floor, because remember that floor is the 5th wall of your room. And when it's clear, the room looks clean. I really tried to use the left to right, top to bottom method, but there were just so many dishes. And the truth is, when you're doing the kitchen, the dishes have to come first. So I think I did 4 loads of dishes while I was there. Just kept washing and then drying and putting away. Sorry, puppy, don't eat that. Also, I couldn't find the dustpan, so I ended up using one of the kids' little toy dustpans from like a little cleaning set that they have. But that's what the mom said that she used too, so I just couldn't find it.
I hear the sounds of your heartbeat. I can hear it now. I can hear it now.
We've mentioned this before, but on some of our jobs, we like to have flat, clear surfaces so that we can organize, but things that can be moved in the future. So we purchased a small little 3-foot table for us to organize and sort things on so that when we're done, we'll have like a layout of different categories, but we're not going to use the counter space because we want to clear that off. There were so many jars and containers that I could not find the lid for. I couldn't find the peanut butter lid or honey. And so it was kind of complicated because I could see that they were just opened recently, but obviously I wasn't going to toss them. So I ended up making a food pile or anything that was essentially edible, some smoothie stuff, baking stuff. So I put that all on the little folding table, and then the dirty dishes went into those dish totes. Something you also won't see in this video is the next day when I came back to work on the bathrooms, the teenagers were actually organizing the cabinets. And so some of you might be like, well, putting, kid in charge of trying to organize, that's not going to work. But, it actually kind of was nice because mom was involved, but she was taking care of the baby and homeschooling. So the teenager was able to sort things into categories and then put them away. And then mom was essentially able to approve. The one mistake I made that I didn't even think about is that I came there around 10 o'clock and around noon it was lunchtime. So we had cleared all this space and then Mom was like, I'm so sorry, but I have to make the kids lunch. And that was totally okay, obviously. And we all sat around talking about our favorite food and our favorite animals. And so it was cute, but I was just like, oh, more dishes? There is nothing worse than that feeling of just getting a load of dishes done and then someone bringing you a bunch of them. After clearing off the counter and then wiping it down, one of the kids came in and said, wow, I've never seen the counter look like that before. And the truth is, I feel like in this house, if there's a blank spot, somebody or something fills it. So some of the homework for this family is to put lids back on jars. And if you see a blank space, revel in it, notice it, acknowledge that it's blank and enjoy it. We are getting near the end of our video. So what does that mean? This won't be the last time we see the Millers. We have lots of projects coming up. Do you think we should clean this room, this room, this room, or this room? Tell us in the comments below.
It's hard, I know I'm better off just restarting, but you still own my heart, and I want more than anything to just move on.
So one more time, this is the project. The stuff that you see on the right, those are all going to be taken to the dump or donated. You see some of the totes that we were using to help sort things. They have this beautiful wall of plants and nature that really just isn't appreciated enough because of all the clutter. The counters, I mean, wow, this is just, it's a lot. And this is the after. We have so much more organization. Everything on the island is actually clean. It just doesn't have a home. And this is the homework pile, so this is what they need to sort through and put away. But look at that counter space. There's actually room to set things down. And I think that these are first steps for this family, and finding homes for appliances is the second. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see some cool cleaning projects, including the bathroom I did for this family, make sure to check out our TikTok. Check out our cleaning playlist on YouTube. We always say a theme is a dream, and if you want to look at themes and categories such as decluttering, hoarders, or basic cleans, they're all there for you. Thank you again for helping us reach our 2,000 subscriber mark. We are so grateful to all of you. We'll be back to help the Millers. We have lots of videos about helping other families as well. And the truth is, we really just have one question. We want to know, what should we clean next?